and welcome to the Kismet podcast. My name is Carina Way, and today in the studio, we're very lucky to be joined by co-founder and CX manager expert. It's Lauren Grimes. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well, much better now that I get to chat with you.
I'm so excited to have you here. It's so nice to see you.
You too.
You've got such a cool story, and just like generally as a human, you're so cool. So I'm very excited that we get to have the opportunity to have a chat. So to kick us off, Lauren, could you give us a bit of a rundown of what you currently do here at Kismet and how you came to be here?
Yeah, well, first one's easy.
Yeah.
So I get the absolute privilege to work with our CX team day to day. So really just work with whatever they need, make sure that they're supported while they're really helping our customers at the end of the day, making things run smoothly. And yeah, it's just a really lovely role. I get to see everyone grow and blossom, and yeah, it's wonderful.
We love this. And you're a co-founder, so you've been here since day zero.
Yes, yep.
How did that come about? What was that conversation like?
Oh, it's a wild journey. So a bunch of us were previously working together, obviously, in a bit of an incubator within Xplor.
Mm-hmm.
So really got to work closely and understand how we all work as a little team. And then, yeah, just Mark came up with the idea one day and we went, sure, let's go. Why not? I'm always open for a bit of a pivot, a journey, hey, this interesting thing, let's go try it. And I went, yeah, let's go. Why not?
It's so cool. So, all right, I want to kind of get a little bit of your background because you have been working in tech for a really long time.
Yeah,
from a little bit of linting stalking that I did, you were a mobile dev and then you moved into software engineering, right? Like I know they're kind of one and the same, but
they are. So mobile dev, software engineering.
Yeah.
So pretty much out of the last subject I did at uni was iOS app development.
Oh, wow.
Which was the first time that they had offered that. So this is going back, right? Like peak iPhones are just coming out, like back in the day. And so that was the one that really clicked and went, oh my gosh, like all of the years of IT of being like, what do I do? You get to build something, you create something. So I went, oh, this is what I want to do. And so then for the next pretty much 10 years after that was in the mobile development space. So building out all of the apps, worked sort of in a bunch of different areas across advertising, marketing companies, then some healthcare technology, which was really cool.
Yeah, I saw that. Some medtech stuff, super cool.
Yeah, PwC too, which was, fascinating. So lots of different industries.
Yeah.
And then, took a leap one day, applied for a role at Xplor and landed there.
And then you were there for a hot minute. 2018 I saw. I was like, dang, Lauren.
Yeah.
That was early stage startup then.
It was. I remember walking in on the first day and it was, maybe like 15 people. There was like one row of desks. And I was sort of like, hey, I'm new. Where do I go? Just found the friendly, smiling face and walked over there. But in that same week, I started a new job, turned 30, and started a CrossFit as well. So
I'm so excited to talk about your CrossFit journey.
Oh my gosh, I do love a cult. So, happy to chat. But yeah, no, that was a wild journey for Xplor. So ended up sort of staying there because it was just such a great environment and I'd never worked at a place before which allowed you to really explore and grow with the company and take on these challenges and feel supported. Mm-hmm. So through Xplor and obviously working closely with Mark and a lot of people that are here as well at Kismet, it was just such a great place to, grow me into the person I am now.
Well, you had a crazy amount of progression there too, like from where you started and then where you ended up. I really want to get this. I should have prepared this earlier and had a look at your.
Can run you through it.
Well, right, because run me through it because I've got here that you started as tech lead, then you moved into head of engineering, then you were tech principal.
Pretty close. So when I came into Xplor, starting as mobile developer, this was in pretty early days where it was me and two other people. So the team was really small. And then obviously as we grew, like having a lot of apps, you need a little bit more people and kind of that direction of where we're going. So then got the opportunity to move into that tech lead role for the mobile team. Grew that a bit, and then when we moved into sort of Xplor education and sort of bigger Xplor technologies, was able to move into the head of engineering role, which was really good. Slight shift out of more of like that technical day to day, and more across the people sort of managing of things as well. Which
Did you like that shift?
I did, yeah. I do get a lot out of like seeing people grow and them achieving, less so sort of than myself. That ticks a lot of boxes for me. So yeah, moving into that head of engineering role, and then Matt, we all know lovely Mat Ellis.
Yeah.
He was sort of my partner in crime, I guess you'd say, or wingman. We did it all together. He was in the more technical principal, I think. So he was that technical counterpart, and then we led the engineering teams there together.
Cool,
so,
Lauren.
yeah.
So when did you first get interested in tech? So you did this course at uni. Was that kind of the first time where you were like, oh, I'm interested in maybe going down this path as a career?
A little bit. So it kind of started, I think a lot of people have this where you get towards the end of high school and you go, nothing's really piqued my interest. Like, what do I do? Where can I overlay that interest that I have with things that are actually going to make money? And I was in a bit of a dilemma because I have some varied interests throughout my life. So it's hard to pick one to try and follow. It was actually came from just a comment that my mum said one day. And she was like, maybe try getting into tech because you'll never be out of a job. And I
Thanks,
went,
Mum.
Sure, sounds good. And I've always had a bit of a logical way of thinking. I want to problem solve a lot of things and get into real detail. So it really just aligned. Then, made the move down to Melbourne for uni, and then studied, for 3-4 years.
Wow. And when did you first start to get super interested in tech being super inclusive and accessible? Because that's such a driving force behind so much of the work that you do and the sort of inclusive nature of the products that you want to build around. And I'm curious when you really started to get interested and excited and passionate about that.
Yeah. It's definitely been a bit of a progression, I think. So obviously initially starts with a lot of women, probably less, I don't know if it's less so today, but going into uni and sort of looking around and going, oh, it's just full of dudes. Not a whole lot of diversity there in terms of gender. So I think that was one of the starting points. And then I went, oh, okay, like as I've been moving throughout my career and building different things and having that joy of creating this thing and then releasing it, and then you go, I don't know if the people we're building this for are using it, who are, like, is this providing value for them? It's sort of you build it and let it go out into the wild. And there was also a moment where a common thing in any sort of software is you need to test it out, right? And there was a comment one day around, we need to add in this testing. So in order to do that, we actually just need to make the app accessible. And I went, how is that not thought of before we're building it? Why is this an afterthought? And also, I think society in general is amazing and diverse, and that doesn't necessarily get reflected in the people that are building the technology. There's a lot of unconscious bias, as we saw many years ago with the introduction of AI. And so a lot of these different moments in my career have really led me to, just really want to promote women to be in the tech space and have technical knowledge, not necessarily want to get into software engineering itself or do it as a career, but have that almost like tech literacy, which is incredibly empowering. So in terms of the diversity inclusion, it's about making sure we're getting that tech to the right people, but also what we're building, how we're building it, and the way that we are releasing tech to the world yeah, so it's pretty kind of diverse way of thinking about things, but
It's really awesome. I specifically recall you being you were so humble and like modest about it, and it was never something that you were specifically going out of your way to be loud about. I just so remember you being just like a really solid but quiet but really like energized cheerleader for a lot of the women on the engineering team at Xplor in particular.
oh yeah, biggest cheerleader.
And
Loved
just
them
like,
all.
just so good. Like Abby Durbridge, like I remember how she would talk about you all the time and just be so stoked with like, Lauren's giving me so much time. I'm learning so much from her. Just being able to have these casual conversations, and you just being so intentional with your time and like giving so much of your time to particularly young women to give them the confidence that what they were doing
Yeah.
was good, and that you can keep going and you can keep growing and you can keep moving in this
Yeah.
direction. And I'll be there if you have questions.
Yeah.
And I saw here as well that you did some work with Code Like a Girl, which is such a cool organization as well.
Oh, Ali, what an amazing woman.
Yeah.
That was really, really cool. Code Like a Girl was great. And just what they were able to do. And just the sisterhood as well.
Yeah.
Like, it was so lovely. And so it's also, I think we're actually in a really pretty cool space right now with AI coming in. It's actually like leveling out the playing field. So it's kind of reintroducing all these opportunities, right? Like, no one really knows. Everyone's getting up to speed. So, why not? And so, yeah, really excited for what that's going to do for, women who are looking to, get into tech, start a business. Like, it's lessened that entry.
Yes, the barrier to entry is much lower, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And it's no longer a few people holding the knowledge and skills. It's now accessible to everyone. So it unlocks the what if, like, what can I do? And so that makes me really excited about all of the cool things that are coming that we haven't seen yet, from amazing like female creators and founders around what's going to be coming out the next couple of years. So
it's so cool. I love what you said about the technical literacy being a really empowering part of encouraging women, encouraging people who might not have had that confidence previously to learn.
Yeah.
To just sort of take away the mystery of it.
Huge. Like, it was always, I struggled a bit with my identity around sort of end of uni and sort of going into a first role as an engineer. Everyone you talk to was like, oh, I spend my nights coding, I'm working on this side project. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I like to go out and have dinner with my friends and see people. So I struggled a bit with not fitting into that box. And then as I've grown in sort of my experience and confidence, it's actually enabled me to go, I love that I had the skills and ability to program, and I learnt that, and coding, but you don't have to be a programmer out of that. You can use that tech literacy anywhere else. It's like learning how to write well. You don't have to become a writer. It can be applied anywhere. So that's sort of that view I've taken with pretty much like a lot of work I did with Code Like a Girl and sort of onwards, is you can use this tech literacy to really become self-sufficient, like be able to solve your own problems, be able to find these like little curiosity strings and pull at them and investigate things, and just really just do what you want without having to rely on someone else. So I would have, like, that part of things gets me really excited. And, just that next step was with AI, where it can be that for you. So yeah, it's really nice to see that unfolding.
It's so cool because it feels like what you're doing now is such a beautiful combination of everything that's happened previously and kind of bringing everything together. And you build, like, the products that we build are for people. So if there's no connection to people, how it's so, there has to be the human aspect of it has to be at the core, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
And so you're so good at that, at going, yes, there's this product and yes, we have these things that we need to achieve, but who's it for?
Yep, exactly. And it's like, I think we've got a really great balance in Kismet where we have, particularly in our product and engineering teams, right? Like everyone in that team is so incredibly smart and they can solve such deep technical problems, but they know exactly where to go I don't actually need to go deep on this technical problem. It's not a tech problem. It's a human using the software problem. We just need to solve that rather than being like, I've optimized this, algorithm. It's really great. People don't see that. They see how they feel and experience the product, like how it works, how it flows. So I think, we've got a really great team that does that. So
it's really cool. And I just want to mention, because Lauren would never bring this up herself because you're much too humble, but I just want to bring the listeners and the viewers' attention to just something that I feel like sets up the kind of person that you are and the way that you work. We've worked together off and on for a number of years now, and it's been so delightful to just be meeting each other in these different phases of our lives and career. It's been so lovely. Yep. But I think something that when Nadine was in and we were having a chat and it was her episode, we were having a chat about, has there been a particular story or has there been a particular moment that's really, stuck with you throughout her time at Kismet? And she specifically called you out as there was a particular participant. There was a mum who there was these particular set of earphones, like headphones that weren't covered for her son. And she told you about it and you bought this kid these headphones out of your own pocket. And every time I think about it, I get emotional because I think it's all very well and good to say that the work that somebody does and the way that they approach the work that they do is inclusive and accessible and built for people. But it's a very different thing to actually walk the walk. And I just wanted to acknowledge and say out loud that you are so good at walking the walk of the work that you do and the way that you are just you approach your work with such a quiet but fierce integrity, and I just really appreciate that about you.
Oh my gosh, it's so lovely. Like, it's one of the things that was very intentional with Kismet, and I think Mark and I have many chats on this, and I'm like, it makes me really happy that it has made its way into sort of a lot of the soul of what we want to do is the unreasonable hospitality, right? Like,
yeah.
I remember messaging Mark one day and I was like, oh my God, I've just read this book. How is it like this has put everything that I've felt and a lot of my values and views of the world like into words? I was like, you've got to read this. And it's just this wonderful way of like remembering that you're here to serve. You're here to serve other people in the best kind of way, right? But like, what does that look like for the team I'm supporting, the people we're supporting? Like, what do they need in order to grow and help them? What do they need in that moment? Less so around what does, the rules say we need to do. So it's just remembering, bringing it back to we're just humans, like working it out in this world together. And so making sure we're retaining that connection, I think, in everything we're doing.
Right. What is the core why?
Exactly. Yep.
Who are we serving? Who are the people we're helping?
Yep.
Yeah. It's so cool. Okay. I want to talk to you about CrossFit.
Can I tell you about CrossFit?
Tell me about CrossFit because you are... Okay, so Lauren is super skilled at so many things, and CrossFit is one of those things that I was super scared about for a really long time, and I always knew that you were doing it, and I'm like, dang, Lauren's so cool. She's so smart, and she's so clever, and she's doing all this cool engineering stuff, and she's also fit as hell, and this is so amazing. And it's just... Tell me about why you love the cult so much.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So we can definitely like snip this into an ad for CrossFit.
Hell yeah. CrossFit, do you want to sponsor our podcast?
So, okay. I was very similar going into it. And I think there's that, again, a bit of a barrier to entry where you just see all of these really fit people and you go, that's not me.
They're walking on their hands.
Yeah,
They're doing
what are they
muscle ups. What
doing?
is this? Yeah.
And I just, as I said, just turned 30 and went, whoa, sure, let's do something crazy. So I joined, and it was not at all what I was expecting. What I ended up getting out of it was a community. Like, the CrossFit community within those gym walls is like nothing I've ever seen. You don't get that from your generic sort of gym classes that you attend. The connection when you suffer together with people.
Yes. When you're like halfway through Murph and you're like,
Oh my
God
God.
damn it.
Yes. Or you see someone else there struggling with the thrusters and you're like, yeah, I get you.
I'm with you.
Right there. But it's within that hour, you get taught so much about yourself, how you speak to yourself, how you push through challenges, how just you work through life. And so it was just this beautiful testing ground of like an hour every day where you get to really kind of run through how you are as a person. You know, if you're really struggling one of the workouts, you can't just stop. The only way out is through, right? You know, and you go, oh, I'm about to go for my PR, like PB. I wonder if I'm going to get it. And you go, you know what? Stop wondering. You're going to do it.
Yes.
Try it.
And then ring that bell, baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stretch yourself. Like, see how far you can go. So I love that aspect of things. The other side of things I love is I just turn up. I do what I'm told. Like, I don't think about what I'm doing when I go there. And then, as I said, everyone else is suffering as well. Like, you know, you don't feel so alone. And also that there's no mirrors in the place.
Lauren, it's so refreshing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. You're just there to work out.
Yes, it's not about the image of it. It's about how your body is moving functionally, which is such a different way of approaching
100%.
fitness and getting strong as how it feels in your body as opposed to how it looks.
And how scalable it is. Like, I'd be working out and there's, you know, John that's in his, you know, late 60s, early 70s doing the same workout, but adapting it to where he's at.
Yeah.
And there's, you know, the mum working out, bubs down, just sitting next to her, and just like so, again, inclusive.
Oh my God.
Right?
Okay.
Like,
so
it's all these little themes.
It's so, I love this. I love that this is a theme of basically everything that you do. It's so great. It was so funny. I was talking to Jess about this from the community team. Jess was in here yesterday. We were having a chat and we were talking about CrossFit because anyway, we were talking about it and I love the way that it's phrased in the class where it's not a regression, it's a scale option.
Yes.
So it's not like you're never put in the position where you're feeling bad about your lack of skill set in one area or another. But it's like, okay, I can't do a muscle up yet, but what I can do is these 3 different scale options to work up to doing a muscle up. Or, okay, I can't do handstand walks yet. That's not something, like that's something that I'm still working towards, but I can do these 5 different things and work up these. And there's something that's a really, I loved the sort of the mindset shift of that. The no mirrors in particular was a massive one. And also the language around it being more neutral as opposed to erring on either the negative or the positive. I just appreciate that it just feels like it's a neutral environment and then you get to decide and you get to push yourself and you get to figure that out. And it's so great.
It's wonderful. And also the fact of like, you might be really good at something that'll be someone else's weakness.
Yes.
And so you're not meant to be good at everything. You're meant to be average at everything. So it's,
unless you're Tia Claire to me, in which case you're an absolute freak of nature.
Like, what even?
Unbelievable. But that's so amazing.
Also just the nicest person.
Have you met her?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's so wonderful.
We were pregnant at the same time. And obviously she's a professional athlete, so it's not good to compare yourself to a professional athlete.
I see no differences.
Oh my God, particularly during pregnancy. But I remember being like, seeing her on Instagram and being like, fucking hell, this woman is unbelievable. She's like 7 months pregnant doing handstand walks. And she's just so incredible. She's so good at everything because you're not supposed to be good at everything. You're supposed to be good at some stuff and like expert in other areas, but she's just a friggin' expert at it all. She's amazing.
Just an incredibly rounded athlete, not to mention like Commonwealth Games medalist as well. And was she doing the bobsled?
Yes. How incredible.
And also just like Aussie. Like we love a Aussie success story.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so incredible. Yeah, she's amazing. It's really cool. I do really love that when if you're in a sort of mindset, you have good weeks and bad weeks and whatever, and depending how you're feeling and what's going on in your personal life can obviously affect like what you're doing in the gym. But there's something really lovely about finding that thing where, okay, maybe you're like maybe your snatches aren't as great as, the person who's been going for 10 years, but you can do handstand push-ups differently or better than that other person. Like I think there's something really fun about the gymnastics of it all as well, where as an adult, you just get to play.
Yeah, I love that.
And you get to be on your hands and you get to like, when other time as an adult are you doing handstands?
And it's also the progression of things. Like, you go, last week I could only do 3 push-ups. This week I can do 5. Like,
it's so
how
fun.
Cool.
Oh, it's so fun. Okay, I want to talk to you about Japan because you just came back.
Yep.
What was your favorite part of that trip, and what was the most exciting thing that you bought? Not that we're into material things, but also Japan is particularly
it's incredible.
Unbelievable for shopping and like really original, beautiful stuff. And I'm just really curious, like what you loved about it.
Everything. So it was my second trip there. So last time I went was in 2003.
Oh, wow.
Funny story though.
Yeah.
So I did like student exchange over there.
Okay.
So I went to school for a little bit there. Kristy from Kismet, we went to the same high school over there. 10 years apart.
Are you joking?
No. It is wild. Kismet, coincidence, they just happen.
I've got to tell you, I'm never not. It's like I'm
wild.
surprised, but I'm not surprised.
No. So Japan, amazing.
Cool. Where did you go? Tokyo?
I went all over. So we went to Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Kanazawa, Hiroshima, everywhere. It was wonderful.
So do you speak Japanese then if you did an exchange program?
I do. A little bit. Yeah. It's been 20 years since I studied.
Sure.
But it's been fascinating how much is just retained, particularly when you learn it when you're little.
Yeah.
How much it just comes natural. I can still read, write fine. Like I forget a little of the tenses of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was able to speak over there, which is crazy. So then I got back and restarted my Japanese lessons.
Oh, good for you.
Yep, tick that box.
Get it, Duolingo.
Yeah, but I think the trip was just so beautiful. And I think a lot of people because Japan's becoming very popular right now.
Yeah.
Like it's not the Japan that I remember, but it's also really lovely to see how it has changed. It's just this beautiful mix of like this really strong culture. Because like we think about Japan, you think of like anime and, the cars as well.
Food.
Like busy cities. Like it's got a very strong culture. And then going over there, like experiencing that again. And I love the little bits of just how respect is just weaved into everything as a society. As someone who just thrives on organized chaos, Tokyo, insanely busy. You get to a subway, it's packed, but people line up. There's order to things, which helps with the predictability.
Oh, there's something very satisfying about that.
Yeah. And so it was also lovely because I went with my husband, Tiago. But being in a city that's so busy, but also still feeling kind of alone in the best kind of way.
Yeah, okay.
That was really cool. So you get to experience things. No one's really bothering you.
Had Tiago been before?
No, it's been on his bucket list forever.
That's so fun.
Yeah. So he went, we bought a whole bunch of disposable cameras as well.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. So we got a little like photo album book, and just Kanazawa was amazing. It was such a mix of like very old kind of heritage Japan. So you get to see all of the beautiful different like wooden housing and you really experience it. One of the highlights though, getting to hang out with Abby from Xplor.
No way!
Yeah, so she's living over there with her husband. So we went out to dinner and everything. That was so good.
Oh,
So
I love that there's just, explore across the world,
yeah.
It's so good.
Everyone's always got those connections.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely wonderful trip. It's just,
Wow.
Yeah, really lovely.
And what was like, do you have a favorite meal that you ate while you were there?
Oh, yes. So there's this, it's like a dry ramen.
Okay.
So the noodles and then you have like a little bit of sauce. It was in a random like basement restaurant in Kanazawa that we randomly came across. And it is the best thing I've ever eaten in my life. It was like $8.
Lauren, it's so cool.
It was just amazing. And it's just all these like random things that you find and you're like, how did I get here? Where am I? But this is one of the best experiences I've had.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, did you do vintage shopping? Because I
did,
hear that it
yes.
is unbelievable.
It is. So I did the thing that a lot of women do. I got the vintage handbag.
Did you?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I was on a hunt for one that was like me. So a very specific one. Found it, which was good. But the secondhand clothing is just amazing because, again, respect. People treat everything they own with respect. So the quality of all the secondhand items is amazing.
Oh my gosh.
And just I'm flicking through these racks. I'm like, oh my God, I love all this, love this, love this. I want everything. And then you go, I'm probably at the upper end of the sizing in Japan.
Right.
So you're like, oh, I love the look of it.
Yes,
So
yes.
I came up with a lot of shoes though.
Okay, good for you. Great. I know that tricky thing, just that the Japanese folks, little shorter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The arms of like the jackets are
Yes.
just a little small. But just everyone there looks so dang cool.
I have heard over the years of the unreasonable hospitality thing, right?
Yep.
Feels like it just runs as part of Japanese culture.
Yes.
Did you experience that while you were there, you and Tiago? Of
So many.
Yeah.
You just start talking to someone. So I think, so in various points of the trip, I was like, okay, so I'm a little bit just like overwhelmed with everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just going to have like my night in, go down to the combini and get some snacks and watch some anime. And then Tiago was like, I'm going to go out. And so he would go out and just sit at a random bar. He'd made like all of these great friends and they would just go on these random adventures. And it's just, everyone's so welcoming.
Yeah.
We were in Shibuya and went to like an underground bar, started talking to the guy there, and then the others that were sitting next to us just started chatting with them, and then went to the next place and met like this lovely couple, so Japanese girl and a Korean guy, hung out with them for the night.
That's so fun.
It was just nice.
So tell me this, do you think that is that's something that you can achieve anywhere, but it's just because when you're on holiday, you have a particular way of approaching being in the world?
Oh, definitely, for sure, yes. You're not thinking about, oh, I've got to do this thing tomorrow, I've got this due. You sort of just been like, go with the flow.
Just like open to all these cool experiences.
Yep.
That's so fun. Did you go to any onsens?
No.
Okay.
Tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
I can't really cover these up.
Yes.
So they do have it where you can go if you've got like one or two, they'll give you stickers to kind of put over.
Oh, okay.
But usually if you're a little more tattooed, it's a little tricky. You do have the option of like private onsens.
Yep.
But I'm also just like, I don't really like, when I go to the beach, I don't go in the water.
Okay.
So
fair. That's not really a jam. No problem.
No. But
yeah, interesting. Is that something that is, did you have to be mindful of that with what you were wearing generally out and about in Japan with your tattoos?
It's not necessarily something that's very overt. Like if you've got, I could still, wear this out, but I almost felt like when I'm there, I didn't want to because I felt like it was a little disrespectful.
Yeah, okay.
So I usually wore like
long sleeves,
longer sleeves, long pants. But we were in there during summer and it does get a little hot.
Yeah.
So there were some days where I was like, okay, I'm taking off the jacket now.
Yeah, yeah.
But you also didn't, like, there was a lot of, obviously, foreigners that didn't really feel that sort of need to cover up, and it was fine. And then you do, like, when sort of some of the Japanese, they do, when you do see that you've got tattoos, it's also a conversation point. 'Cause they're like, oh, I've got some too. And
Haven't showed my grandma.
Yeah. You go, oh.
Yeah.
But no, it also depends on what areas you kind
Of course.
go into. But
So where are you going to travel to next?
don't know, maybe back there, I think. Or we're probably due for a bit of a trip back to Brazil to see Tiago's family, I think.
So lovely.
Yeah. It's nice.
Although it is a tricky thing where you are in a partnership with someone who lives in a different, or whose family are in a different country, where the holidays that you take is to always see family.
Yeah. And
It's like good, and also we really like every time that we're going overseas.
It's not close.
Yeah, it's not close
Either. So we're probably overdue for that. We need to go to London to see his brother at some stage.
Oh,
as well.
fun!
Yeah,
Have you been to London before?
No, I've never really felt the pull towards Europe in general. Definitely more of a Asia, Southeast Asia traveller, I think. But it would be nice to tick the box and see him and the family, which would be good.
It's a nice excuse.
Yeah.
Hello, it's Carina here. If you've enjoyed today's episode, may I ask you kindly to take a moment to like, follow, and subscribe to the Kismet podcast on your favourite streaming app. It really does make a huge difference. Every follow and every share helps us bring these stories and conversations to more people, and that's what this show is all about. So if something resonated with you today, pass it on, send it to someone you think might like it, and just a very big thank you so much for listening. Okay, back to today's episode. You're a big goal setter, yes?
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, really?
No. If we're talking short term, love a short term goal.
Okay.
Long term is, my brain doesn't deal with long term goals.
Gotcha.
Very, very rarely achieve them. I'm all about the journey, man. Like, where we're going. If someone's like, hey, you want to do this fun novel? Do you want to start a business called Kismet? Sure. Why not? Like, that was never on my goals list.
Yeah, right.
So I think if there's definitely something I'm working towards, if we're in like a work mindset of things, love a goal, love this is what we need to do, what we're going to do to achieve it. In life, less so. Like, I'm more about, what opportunities are coming up. Because I think I've always been a bit, if I've got really sort of set long-term goals, just the way that my brain works, like, it would just be that's all I'm focused on. And I'll almost block out any of the other opportunities that come up, which might, like I'm sitting here, like, send me on a completely different path that can be just as equally exciting. Whereas if I was set on becoming, the best software engineer, I'd be so focused on that
yeah, interesting.
I wouldn't see the others. So yes and no to that question.
That's so funny because you have such high standards of the way that you work and the way that you move towards the achievements that you set. And so I just assumed, I was like, oh, Lauren must be a massive goal setter. She must have a whiteboard and a whole thing. That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's a pro and a very big downfall where curiosity drives a lot of things that I do.
Curiosity should be the driver for everyone in life though, shouldn't it?
Probably. I don't know. You need to pair it with discipline and movement and achieving.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah. But yeah, I've always just been like, oh, this thing is really cool. I want to learn more about that, do more about that. And then I just get absorbed into it.
Yeah, okay.
But no, definitely sort of in more of a work sense because I love the seeing and the creating and the doing of the thing. But yeah, outside of work, not so much.
Interesting. So what about luck then? How do you feel about luck?
I think luck comes after a lot of hard work that people don't see, and it is the outcome, and then it's the easy way for them to then go, oh, it was just luck. So I think from that side of things, there's always a lot of hard work, but I don't know necessarily about luck, but since at Kismet, just the weird things that happen.
Dude, the woo?
I was never woo. I'm a Capricorn.
I don't know
I
what
was
that
never
means. I'm so
previously
sorry.
into star signs, and now here we are, and now I'm.
That's Beck for you. Beck
Mercury's
Abasiri.
in retrograde, right?
Oh, jeez.
Don't know what that means, but I know what it means. when,
Everyone's acting crazy.
like all this, like so. Capricorn is very like loyal, ambitious, very, down to earth, sort of structured.
That tracks with who you are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then somebody's like, there's these coincidences that are just too weird for them to not be something a bit bigger.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know if that falls into luck, but I think there's something to do with it where it's like right people, right place, right time, everyone coming together. There's a lot of work behind the things, a lot of blood, sweat and tears.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy for outside people to say, they got lucky, without seeing the stuff behind it. But there is that element of just having the right people in the right place at the right time. Like, how does that happen? Where'd that come from?
I've never really thought about it in the way that by somebody, it's like what am I trying to say? The way that you spoke about luck just now, it seems like people always want an excuse. Maybe it's an Australian thing. Maybe it's part of our tall poppy syndrome thing where we don't like to see somebody get too big for their boots. And so we just chalk it down to, well, that person's just lucky, instead of going, well, hang on. Exactly as you said, if luck is a culmination of all of the hard work that we don't see, perhaps it's easier for folks to comprehend success if they assume that it's luck.
Yep.
Instead of to say, because then maybe it takes the accountability off them doing their own hard work.
Exactly that.
To create their own luck.
Yep. You can replace luck with, they're just talented. That same thing to minimize the amount of work that it takes.
Right.
Similar ones there, like Tia, right?
Oh, man.
Oh, she just got lucky with that second place in her first CrossFit Games. No, rubbish.
Was the timing, was her body type, was her previous experience, was her talent, was her phenomenal hard work, like all of these things, like, yes, they all aligned, but that isn't luck. If she didn't have one of those things in conjunction with the other, it wouldn't have happened.
Yep. Exactly.
Wild.
Yeah. So, yeah, I believe in a version of luck, but it's more so that more of a coincidence of things just happening in like the universe, just putting things into the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It's really cool. So I was listening to Rachel Dratch, the comedian Rachel Dratch, who was chatting to Amy Poehler on her Good Hang podcast, which is the freaking best. She's unbelievable. But so Rachel Dratch has a podcast called Woo.
Okay. Yep.
And it's really lovely, but she talked about the whole woo of it all, of, because people were kind of making fun of her for trying to find coincidences or, trying to explore the like stars aligning. And she's like, but what does it matter? Like, it's okay for things to be a little bit woo. And like, what's the harm of finding coincidences a little bit more like bigger than what they are?
Yep.
What harm does that do?
It doesn't. It's also kind of nice as well to still have a little bit of magic in the world.
And like at the end of the day, we are on a rock floating in a gigantic universe. And if we think too hard, if I think too hard about that, I start to get short of breath, because then it's like, I get a little overwhelmed with how completely minuscule we are in the grand scheme.
I have the opposite
of the world in general.
It provides me such comfort.
Does it?
Yeah. So again, going on to my random tangents of things.
Tell me.
But one of the things I'd love to do is when I retire, go and study astrophysics.
Wow.
I mean, I'd need to work my brain up to that.
Why do you want to wait till you retire? Just want to have the time.
So much stuff to do right now, right? But I've always it provides such comfort of knowing that
nothing we do matters.
But also just how vast everything is. black holes. The size of some of them, oh my God, incredible.
Okay.
So, what does it matter if I've, dropped coffee on myself on the way to work?
Totally.
That happened today.
Okay, I have a little flex. It has literally nothing to do with me whatsoever, but there is a Carina Nebula,
Oh,
and it's spelled the same way as my name. And it's really beautiful. And when I saw it was taken with the James Webb telescope.
Yep.
I think it's James Webb. And it's so stunning. And then you zoom out and you zoom out and you zoom out, and it's like, this is unbelievable. You would probably love that. Neil deGrasse Tyson has like this amazing podcast.
Oh yeah, I love him.
You're
Star
all over
Talk?
that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Star Talk. It's
Yep.
so crazy. There's like
The way he explains concepts and the way he talks, and he's so eloquent in getting across these like really complex scientific facts and rephrasing them in a way that people go, oh, that does make sense. Or just some of the craziness we've had in the last few years with just differing perspectives of people's views on things.
Oh my gosh, flat earthers, don't even start me.
And then
That's to you, Mark.
when Neil deGrasse Tyson weighs in on the arguments. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh yes, how beautiful. There's so many good short clips. You should have a look of him just talking with people, and they go, oh, yeah, I guess that does make sense.
He is very good at bringing people into the conversation, isn't he? Where even though he's got his brain, yes, and his brain holds so much knowledge, and also as somebody who does not have expertise by any stretch of the imagination in that area, never feel like an idiot. Like he's trying to make you. I never feel like he's trying to minimize people's lack of knowledge in that area. It's very much a like, bring in, let me tell you this amazing story about this cool thing.
He's so excited.
He's so excited, Lauren.
Yep. He's wonderful.
It's so charming. There's nothing that I love more if I don't know anything about a particular topic, but somebody is just, their whole body is vibrating with excitement about this thing, you can't help but be engaged.
No, yeah, they just bring you in.
Yeah.
Yep. He's wonderful.
Oh, that is so cool. My friend, before actually, I was going to say, let's go into our closing questions. But before we do, could you tell us your history with the bassoon?
I don't know this would come up. Oh, yes. So this is also one of those moments of when you have like a natural affinity for things.
Yes.
But you don't put in the hard work.
Okay.
This is my musical journey of things.
Tell us all about it. I'm sat. I'm ready. I've got my water.
So, yeah, very naturally easy for me to pick up music.
Wow.
Like being able to play new instruments, all of that. But whenever I needed to practice or actually get back and do the mundane side of things,
Yeah.
never interested. So I only did it for a certain amount of time. But yeah, started playing the flute as many kids do, and then just picked it up really easily. And then there was an opportunity sort of early high school. And they said, oh, do you want to play the bassoon? I went, what is that? Sure.
I gotta look it up. I in my mind it's one thing, but I think the reality of it is
It's basically like
bassoon.
a long wooden pipe instrument. You've got a pipe here and it kind of sits at an angle. You sit on the chair and you play it.
okay.
So it's usually in the more bass section of a orchestra.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you familiar with the piece Peter and the Wolf?
Yes.
Which character is the bassoon? Do you know?
don't know.
I got to look it up. Because it's going to drive me. It's the duck. Which character? Peter and the Wolf. Oh no, the bassoon represents grandfather.
Oh, bless. That's cute.
That makes sense.
Yeah. That's the sound. Nailed it.
Thank you so much. So the bassoon is such a random. I can't believe that was even an instrument that was offered at high school. It's such an. It would. So if you've got so help me understand. If you're part of an orchestra, you've got maybe this is my own ignorance here, but it's not my understanding that the bassoon is part of the core.
No, it's a supporting instrument.
Yeah.
So it'll provide that kind of bass undertones, but you might have the soloists more as like your flute, your clarinet, your
Your
violins,
violin.
those sort of ones where they provide the melody layer on top of things. So bassoon, there was only like a couple where you'd have maybe a solo piece.
Yeah, okay.
But it's not something like that's easy to pick up and practice with because
It's
there's no
enormous.
music also written for it. It's all, again, supporting stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so started playing that, and I think there was more of a push around the time when I did start within Queensland Catholic school systems
Yes.
to try and get more players in.
Yep.
So ended up picking it up from a scholarship, and then played that for a bit. Ended up going into the Queensland Youth Orchestra for a while.
Wow.
One of their, I think it's been a long time, maybe the Wind Ensemble. So played with them as well, which was, again, it's just in a team, in an orchestra, everyone's got to play their part.
Totally.
So these life lessons. But then also did not continue after high school because they are so expensive.
Yes.
They're like $15,000 secondhand.
They're also enormous. Where
They're
do you
huge.
store that as an
No.
adult, especially as somebody who's graduated? Like, what do you do with that? You're in a share house and you just bring your bassoon?
Yeah. How do you get to school carrying that case?
How do you get on the bus with that?
You don't. Your mum drives you.
Okay,
to
thanks,
school.
Mum. That's what? Yeah, it's huge. It's so big.
Yeah,
wow.
That's my story of bassoon.
I love it. You have so many hidden talents.
It's very random, a lot of things I do. Again, I just chase the curiosity and see where it leads me.
It's so great. We'll have to get you back in and we'll chat about your line dancing stint.
My line dancing. I now can talk to you about F1, anime. We didn't even touch on my World of Warcraft addiction, which is also another reason I got into tech. But
Really? And on that note,
oh,
the mystery.
no, that's also one of the reasons I almost failed uni.
No way, because you were too distracted with World of Warcraft?
Addicted, not distracted.
Oh.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah. As many other people will attest to who have ever played World of Warcraft.
You just couldn't get out of the hole?
Even now, there'll still be moments where I'm like, maybe I should jump in and start another character.
It's that classic addict.
But 25 years, why? Wild. So yes.
We live and learn and grow.
Yes.
Have some grace.
Yeah.
Because here you are.
Yeah, we're here.
So we could say that because of your World of Warcraft addiction,
Yes.
you are sitting here today.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That sounds much better.
My friend, it is that time. And I would love to know, in our closing questions, at your 80th birthday party, you're still doing CrossFit. You've got all your CrossFit community there. You're like the fittest 80-year-old anyone's ever seen. What do you hope that all your nearest and dearest are saying about you in their speeches?
Oh gosh, I've never thought about that. I think I'd just like to know that I've had a good impact on their life, right? That they've got some good memories, that we've done some cool things together. Yeah, pretty simple.
Love that. And if you could go and take 10-year-old Lauren by the hand and have a little chat, what would you say?
Oh, quite a few things. I think firstly, it's okay to not know what you want to do. That's life. Like, you get to explore and figure it out as you go. Like, you don't have to have everything planned out. And also, you don't have to fit into a box. You can be who you want to be and enjoy the things that you like to do without feeling like you have to fit into a certain niche. Again, side tangent, but I think we see that a lot with social media, where people are like, this is what I do, not this is me as a person. I have all these vast interests. I have this random things that make me me. So it'd be more, aligning and just saying, hey, just do you, like, enjoy it, and just try and make the world a better place.
Lauren, you are the best. Thank you for being here.
This has been a lovely, thank you.
Oh, we're so lucky to have you. You do such beautiful work. But as a human in the world, you're a 10 out of 10, mate.
Oh, same goes to you, lovely.
Thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having me. It's been wonderful.